Yeah, I think we are good to go.
All right, should I go ahead?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let me share my screen really quick. How do I do this? Hold on, give me just a second. How do I? Oh, here. This is it. All right. So what we're going to do now is just, I wanted to give you a little presentation about what EPNS is about, right? To take the opportunity based on the conversation that we just had to talk a little bit about game theory and our game theory. So let's just do this right now. So here is the thing. We're Ethereum Push Notification Service, EPNS for short, right? I'm Jeff. I'm the product and development lead here at EPNS, and you already know Harsh and Richa, right? They are the founders. We do have people from all around the globe, right? So we have people in Africa and in America. I'm in America, and we have people from everywhere, right? Just aligned to what we were saying, starting with an idea is a little bit what we all need, right? Our journey started with ETH Global's Hack Money Hackathon, right? We got a ton of feedback, a ton of really brilliant feedback, and that took us to take our idea to other accelerators, right? Like Ideas Product Validation Day, and we got even more polishing at that moment, and we were invited to join Gitcoin Kernel, right? While you are on the same journey, we got a lot of mentorship and guidance from the entire Ethereum community. In reality, we got a lot of mentorship from the Ethereum Foundation. And once you start talking to the right people, getting in the right places, meeting the right connections and everything, it's making connections what matters a lot as well. Then we started getting grants from different platforms like Aave and Matic, now Polygon. And of course, we started being featured in different media channels, right? Like DeFi Dad, the Ethereum blog, and other channels, right? So just to give you, to start getting the vibes in motion, let me show you let me see if I can share my audio really quick. Give me 1 second, share sound, yeah. Because I don't know if you have seen this. This is our teaser video. This is what EPNS is about. All right, were you able to hear that? I hope so. All right, let's continue. So that was just a teaser that we created to show a little bit in brief how EPNS is, how it works and everything, right? Now here's the thing. This is what we're here to build right now. Notifications in the Web3 world doesn't exist, right? They don't. They just don't. That's why we call it that communication is in the Stone Age. Whenever you get an email, that's an opportunity for a notification. Emails are okay, right? But in the Web3 world, where you want anonymity and you want other things, and if you're in the Web3 world, you want to get notifications directly to your wallet. Right now, they don't exist. So you can think about you requesting a loan in a platform, not getting a notification about your loan entering liquidation, right? That's a bad situation right there. That's a perfect spot for a notification, right? That's what we are here to build and to fix. That's why we call it the missing piece. Sorry, the missing piece of the Web3, right? So what's our solution? And this is aligned to what we were talking about. We created a notification protocol, right? But in the blockchain and in the crypto space, not everything is invention. It's a little bit of invention, a little bit of innovation, right? So a notification protocol, it's an invention for the Web3, yes, but we all know notifications, push notifications in the Web2 world, right? We get them from Facebook, from every platform, they send notifications. They just doesn't exist right now in the Web3 world. So we did create a notification protocol, but we added a DeFi aspect to it that enables us to create a win-win situation for all participants, right? That is the innovation part. And one other thing is you always have to keep in mind what is really needed, right? What will make easier the onboarding of people into your solution. So we did it platform agnostic. And if you think about it, what we're doing by creating our solution being platform agnostic is telling people, hey, you care about what you want to send, not how to send it. So you care about the message and not how to send the message, right? That's one cool thing. These three things in combination, it's what put us in the place where we are right now, right? This is the part where I wanted to give you some ideas and put some ideas in your head. We divided it in three big areas: DeFi, gaming, and Web3 services. DeFi, we were just talking about great DeFi ideas. Well, think about it like right now, DeFi platforms, they cannot let their users know that their loan is entering liquidation phase, like we were talking about. Or what if there is a new opportunity within a platform? Think about it as a new pool that is there. Think about it as like it says here, interest change. But right now there are no notifications. If you want to know if your loan is about to enter liquidation phase, hopefully the platform offer emailing alerts about that. But other than that, no, it doesn't exist a mechanism that will tell you, hey, go act fast. You guys can hear me, right? Just confirming. Yes?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, all right, thank you. All right, so the second thing, gaming, NFT, and lottery, right? I'm going to use the example of Pool Together right now. If you go to Pool Together, you put your money for this lottery thing. This is a no-loss lottery for those of you that doesn't know it. Well, same situation right now. You could have $1 million in your wallet and you don't know, because there are no mechanisms to alert the users directly to their wallet that they won a prize, for example, right? So right now in the Web3 state as it is today, we have to rely on either social media like Twitter or Telegram or email, right? But sometimes our email gets flooded with information, so it's difficult to keep track of everything. If you don't keep an eye on Twitter, you might just skip it, your message saying you won $1,000 or whatever, right? Same goes if you think about it in gaming, more in the terms of not lottery and stuff like that, but gaming, esports, and all this have gained a ton of importance in the world. And ripping off sending notifications in game, it's hurting the games in general, right? You cannot get that off. So what if you want to tell your friend, hey, let's go play this game together, let's go in a journey together, or whatever, right? So that's part of it. That's part of the in-game messaging, in-game notifications that you might want to have available, and that is not ready right now. Web3 services, let's go with the ENS example. ENS right now, you can have your own domain, right, that you bought on ENS. Well, if you don't keep an eye on Twitter, you will never know when they are about to expire, right? You can subscribe to get emails, right? But that goes a little bit against the anonymity that some people really love about the Web3, right? So what if you could get a notification directly to your wallet saying your domain is expiring in 7 days, and you get a link saying click here to go renew it, right? So that way, I think the important part to put in here is this is not only about implementing notifications, right? But it's about creating a situation for businesses where they can work on customer retention, customer engagement, right? Getting people more involved in their platforms, getting more active, right? And it's just missing right now. Now, why did we went for decentralized notifications? We covered this a little bit. In general, it doesn't exist, and it makes a lot of sense. I will not go into much detail on this one right now because I want to jump into the game theory one. Now, just to tell you a little bit what we have in our product ecosystem, we have three very big components. That doesn't mean that they are the only 3 components, but they are the 3 big ones. We have a push service, a mobile app, and a DApp, right? The push service is pretty much the heart of everything. It's the protocol. It's what sends and receives notifications and route them to the proper carriers, right? And we have a mobile app that, by the way, you can just go and download it. As you can see here, we are functional. If you go and download your mobile app, you put your wallet in there, you'll start getting notifications immediately. We have an Android version, we have an iOS version, and we also have the DApp. The DApp is the in-browser thing, right? And you can also get notifications there. You can subscribe to channels. We have created a bunch of channels already. We have a wallet tracker so that you're always up to date if somebody sends you anything, right? Or if somebody hacked you and started sending funds out of your wallet, that's the same. It's a wallet tracker. We have gas tracker, price trackers for BTC and ETH. We have a compound liquidation channel that we're releasing very soon. We have the ENS expiration channel. So we are creating channels for the community to start using our product, right? Our protocol. Here is, we're getting into the game theory. Basically what you were explaining before, some of you in your projects, this is very similar to what we're doing. Whenever a business wants to activate themselves as a channel that we call, they have to put some money on stake. They have to put some currency on stake, sorry. That amount of funds that they put on stake will be put against Aave to generate interest. And from that moment, businesses can start sending notifications to their user base, and they can send it either in sorry about that. They can send it either as a targeted message to you. They can send a broadcast message to all their community, or they can send even encrypted messages, right? The game theory, right? So here it is. A business, they want to activate themselves as a channel because they want to start sending notifications to promote customer engagement and customer participation, right? So what they do, they activate themselves as a channel, and they have to put funds that will be put against Aave to generate interest. By the way, guys, if any of you have any question at any moment, just interrupt me, please. That interest that we are generating, because this channel wants to get all this from the protocol, that interest is the one that we are going to use to give incentives to the subscribers. So here's an example, right? If, let's say Amazon, right? If Amazon wants to sell a really hot product for the holidays or whatever, they can create a channel. They can put $1 million that will generate interest in Aave, right? Think about it, $1 million generating interest. That's a lot of money in interests, right? Well, all the subscribers of the channel, they can come and they can start receiving notifications from the Amazon channel, and they will start getting incentives. They will start getting, basically they will start that share split that I was talking about earlier. That's what they're going to be splitting. The interest that the money that the business put to generate interest in Aave, that interest is the one that is going to be split, between all the participants of all the subscribers of the channel, right? So that's why we say that we create a win-win situation right there. And game theory is about that, creating a win-win situation for all participants and creating a repetitive thing that can be it can be repeated over time to continuously generate win-win situations, right? So businesses will have more customer engagement and retention, and the subscribers, on the other hand, will get incentives just because they are receiving notifications about stuff that matter to them. That's our game theory in a nutshell. That's how we work, right? Now we do have, as I was saying, we do have a ton of different.
Jeff, if you don't mind,
Yeah.
couple of questions so far.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, like like so. First of all, like really amazing. This like seems really amazing, and where you are using the interest for generating the incentives and everything. So, would you say that this is comparable to comparable to what like it's a very loose analogy, but somewhere like in Brave, you just use the platform, right, for free, instead of Google Chrome where you are selling your data and everything. In Brave, you kind of get the privacy, but all that they are supporting that by the Brave token, where they send it, like they send me a lot of notifications, and just because I'm getting those notification, I'm earning that Brave token and everything, right?
You are totally right.
Mhm.
You are totally right. That's a great analogy, right? And I guess that's what we were talking about earlier about creating incentives for the users. Um, we are actually making subscribers. If somebody knows notifications, which is pretty much everybody right now, they could be annoyed by them already because notifications can be annoying. Why?
Right,
What if you flip things around and you say, no, now notifications matter to you because it's not only information that you want,
right,
but it's information that actually generates incentives to you,
right.
right?
But the
And that's
thing,
what Brave
yeah.
did. Yeah, go ahead.
But the thing with Brave is that it's mostly advertising. Like the notifications I'm getting, those are advertising. So even here, uh, like you mentioned, getting the notifications that I want, like uh, I'm ha- I'm having a hard time understanding that part where, like uh, how how does the whole thing work can you give, like, I understood in Amazon, when you said Amazon, that was like a example of where it would be advertising based notification, I'm assuming. But
Okay.
for a DeFi app, can you give an example for a DeFi app like Earn or something?
Great. Yes. Let's go with Compound. We created the channel for Compound. We're
Okay.
still releasing it. So you ask for a loan in Compound, you get a loan in Compound, right?
Yeah.
Right now, I am not sure if you can subscribe to get a notification on your email if your loan is entering liquidation phase, right? I am not sure if that's available right now, but definitely is not available to get a message directly to your wallet, right? What we're saying is Compound could implement EPNS. They will create a channel for their subscribers, right? And they will automate this whole thing. They will automate sending notifications when your loan reaches certain threshold. So let's say your loan is entering liquidation phase because as at the moment your loan enter liquidation phase, they start like biting your assets that you put as collateral, right? So you as a user whose loan is entering liquidation phase, you'll start getting notifications based on those thresholds, right? Well, here's the magic. You start earning because you started getting those notifications. Compound will say, "Hey, I'm sending notifications. Here's you became a subscriber of the channel very early, so you get shares because you started participating." I guess what we're promoting is users wanting to receive the notifications from their business, right? But it's what I'm saying. It's how it works. You will actually get an incentive because they are letting you know that your assets are in danger. You're getting incentives for that.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
And one more thing, like I'm sure. Uh, so this also reminds me of like Etherscan. Like in Etherscan, uh, you can kind of set up notifications, because like I remember, like there was some wallet, and there was one of my teammate who was like, uh, he's like, okay, oh, yesterday you did this, yesterday you did that. I was like, how do you know all that? And he's like, no, I just marked your address on Etherscan, and I get a notification every time anything is done.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but then that is like kind of, I have not used it personally, but I think you need to kind of sign up. It's email notifications, but it's not like wallet based notifications,
Correct.
right? Which is how
Correct.
EPNS is different.
Yes, that's one of the probably the main difference. We are sending notifications directly to user wallets, And if you start thinking about more and more, with the advancement of the Web3, more and more our wallet will be with us and will become our ID, will become a lot of us. But in general, we want to stay anonymous to a degree whenever we want to, right? The way people put it, identity shouldn't be a deterministic value. It should be probabilistic, right? And if you get notifications to your wallet, that's all you need. You don't need to provide emails. You don't need to provide your proof of identity, proof of humanity things if you don't want to. But getting notifications directly to your wallet, it matters.
And one more thing here, when you say the interest is used for incentivization, so you somewhat are dependent on the interest rate also, right?
Yeah, you're totally right. What we're doing right now, we're working only against Aave for now, and we're working with ADI only, right? And all of the interest, so following that example of the $1 million, that's going to generate, let's say a 10% interest, right? I don't know what's the interest on ADI right now, but let's say 10%. So that will generate $100,000 in interest, right? So that also creates room for strategies for businesses, right? If you are a smaller company that you are trying to make yourself a space in some industry, and you want to send notifications and you want people to join your channel to get your messages, your notifications, then you might want to put a little more on stake so that you generate more interest, and that interest gets split into your subscribers, right? So that gives room for strategies, marketing strategies as well, right?
Interesting.
Jeff, I had
Yeah,
a
go
question
ahead.
about channels. So, like,
Yeah.
for a channel, if even if I'm not like, if even if I don't have account on Uniswap or Aave, can I be part of that channel?
Definitely. In fact, you don't have to. You don't have to have any account or on Aave or anything. Being a
Okay.
participant of the EPNS protocol, you become a participant of the EPNS protocol by just downloading our app or going through our app, browsing through the channels and subscribe to the ones that you need or the ones that you want. They're the one.
Actually, I just downloaded it, and but I thought that there would be channels like listed here and I can be part of them, but there are no
No,
channels.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
how does
So
that work?
good call, good call. By the way, that reminds me that that's a public announcement that I'm making. We're releasing a roadmap very soon, so you will have a much better idea of what we are going to build very soon, right? Stay tuned to our social media outlets. So here's the thing. The mobile app right now, it's a container for your notifications. So what you see, the fact that you don't see any channels there is because right now you have to go to our DApp to take a look at the channels list and subscribe to the ones that you want. Our DApp is at app.epns.io, right? I'll send you the link in a minute. But basically that's where you can go. Actually, you know what? Let me show you right now. Hold on, give me just a quick second. All right, 1 second, please. All right, let me show it in here. app.epns.io. This is our current production website. And as you can see here, everybody, whenever they download the app and they start being a participant of the protocol, they are subscribed automatically to Ethereum push notification service. That's our news channel, let's say, but you can unsubscribe from this. But you see, gas prices is a channel that the community were requesting from us. They wanted to get alerts when gas was going really high or really low, right? To take some opportunities. BTC tracker, ENS, and as you can see here, let me show you. I'm subscribed to the Bankless France podcast. That is them sending me notifications directly to my wallet saying, hey, there's a new podcast. Click here to take a look at it. You can see it from the mobile app after you subscribe because you will start getting the notifications. Or you can just click the link and look at it from here, from browser. Here's the thing: whenever you are not subscribed to a channel, like I'm not subscribed to this one, CoinCrunch India News, I can subscribe and I'll start getting the notifications directly to my mobile app, right? And here it reminds me of a cool story. There was this community member from Argentina. POAP, in case you don't know, it's a proof of attendance protocol. It's like badges that they give you when you participate in an event. So they created a channel. You see right now it has 296 subscribers, and they created, this is Robston, by the way. That's why you see that they put 1.5, like 1500 DAI. We're still in Robston. We're launching to mainnet very soon. But what they do is, if you subscribe to the POAP channel, then you can start receiving notifications about other events where they will be giving POAP, right? And this is the wallet tracker channel that I was telling you about. But you have to come here and subscribe to the channels that you care about. And this is not this is our staging environment, just to give you like a quick overview of things that we're working on. It doesn't matter. This is public, right? And if you join our Discord, you will be able to see it. These are channels that even us internally are developing just to practice and to integrate with other protocols and whatnot. You see, this is our compound liquidation channel. It says get notified before your compound loans are liquidated, right? This one will be live very soon. You see dev testing. This is us doing some stuff. We have an Aave channel, Yam Finance and CryptoKitties and whatnot. This is my channel, the one that I use for demos and stuff. And yeah, we have a ton of different things. But yeah, this is where we show the channel list to people so that they can actually subscribe to whatever they want, and they will start getting the notifications either on their mobile app or here on the Fitbox, right? So I don't have anything with this wallet, but once we release the roadmap, you'll see all the different things that we have planned for the mobile app, for the dApp, for the protocol in general, and that release is coming very soon.
So I had a question.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like whenever a user subscribes to notifications, they get a share of the Aave interest rate, right?
Yeah. For example, if Aave generated, let me show you with this example. If Aave, in this case, it was us playing with different protocols and integrations. If Aave were to create a channel formally with us, and they were to activate themselves as a channel, they will have to put money on stake. They will have to put funds on stake. Sorry, I don't want to say money. So you see, for example, here we put $24,000 DAI, right? 24,000 DAI on stake. So that you can think about it, 24 like an injection of 24,000 DAIs in the Aave platform, generating interest. And right now there are only 3 subscribers. So they are becoming rich because they are getting all the interest from the Aave.
I had actually a follow-up question on this. Like, what's stopping me from like creating a million accounts and like holding all of the interest? Like, let's say I create a million accounts and I start to subscribe, like I subscribe with all of the million accounts to this topic. What's stopping me from doing this?
Yeah, it's doable, but here's the thing. There is a cost for subscribing to a channel right now. Okay. There's a lot of conversation regarding that, but if you want to subscribe, if you want to subscribe your 1 million accounts, hold on. If you want to subscribe your 1 million account, gosh, I don't have it here on this one. If you want to subscribe your 1 million accounts, you'll get the MetaMask thing asking to pay for something, right? For now, it's Robston. I'll pay the $1 million if I want, but right now, this is a perfect mechanism for us. There's a cost for participating in the protocol and activating yourself as a subscriber in the channels.
And like that is how EPNS is making money.
No, not really. This is just transaction costs. The whole monetization mechanism for EPNS is different. It's something that we don't even like talk about much during presentations, because the interesting part is for the protocol participants, how everybody earns something, right? But there will be like a micropayments type of thing mechanism for us at EPNS internally, right? When there is a channel when there is a business that they want to activate themselves as a channel, there is a cost associated with it. So there are some monetization mechanisms in the backend, right? But Protocol-wise, the only cost for now for the users is the subscription to a channel, right? But that is a transaction cost. We're talking about Ethereum. For Ethereum, if you want to say that you're helping somebody, you're helping the miners. But other than that, no, that doesn't come together with the with the economic strategies of EPNS.
Makes sense. But I just had like another question. Like, what if like let's say ETH2 comes, or like you decide to deploy it on Matic or something, like where the transaction costs are really low? How would that look like then?
Yeah, well, that's a good question, right? That's something that right now we don't have any mechanism preventing it. We might want to work with against this. Right now it doesn't exist, right? We do have plans to prevent this, but right now what's saving us from that situation is the gas cost for the transactions, right? And maybe, I don't know, we don't have like a decision that I can share right now, but maybe there will be a transaction cost is just maybe going to be minimal. But if you want to think about your 1 million account example, then a very low cost is still very high if you multiply it by 1 million.
So so also, what Ankur was saying, so Matic and like other networks are something that EPNS will integrate, but then obviously they need to like they need to have it on mainnet also, right? Because that's where like people actually need notifications on mainnet, need mainnet notifications first. That's the
Correct.
primary thing. So you obviously, Matic, like if you want Matic notifications, then obviously, EPNS, once they release Matic integration, then you'll get them on that. If they release other L2 things, you'll get it on that. But I don't think that cost is directly related to the transaction cost of the network itself. So that will be lowered only when ETH2 goes live, right? If I'm not wrong there.
Correct. But I think I'm understanding the question, which was more about somebody trying to hack the protocol, saying I create 1 million accounts, right? And for now, that's the answer. Right now, we're in Robston. It could happen, but it involves Spain. You got to be rich also in Robston if you want to do that right now. So besides we're in development phases still, right? We are launching to mainnet very soon, and there are costs for now. So we got some buffer in time to work on solutions regarding this.
I see. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. So,
all right. Yeah.
These are all like Sybil type of like attacks and those type of things. So I think, right now there are like for example, when people can still take advantages of all that, and there are still ways of making a lot of money. Like for example, even if somebody had just when Uniswap gave the airdrop, if somebody had just made 10 different accounts and used Uniswap, they would have got those airdrop tokens in all of them. Back when Uniswap had given their first launch their governance token, so that would have been big money. But it's just that what they did was the strategy is to announce, do retroactive token, like this one, like say that okay, these people, nobody knew that this thing is going to happen. So once it was already done, then people found out, oh shit, I wish I had used 10 different accounts and done that.
Yeah,
that's all. Interesting. But yeah, I'll let Jeff carry on with
I know we were almost done with the presentation, but anyway, let me just give you a brief of where we're going to, because you all started with the topics and they are aligned to this specific slide. So what are we going to do? What's next for us? We're going to build additional protocol features. Like you could already have a ton of things on your minds, that things that can be done with EPNS, right? This one is a cool one, decentralized video and chat, right? We're actually already brainstorming on how to implement that, right? Governance control, as I was suggesting, it's always important because it brings community, it creates community, and you want community for your protocols, right? Gas optimizations via L2, this is what we were talking about. cross-chain composability. We talked about it during the presentation, right? With the early presentations. Additional carriers is just because we cannot say, hey, we did it. We send notifications to wallets. No, it doesn't end there. It has to go beyond. We're talking about centralized and decentralized carriers and any new carriers that come up, right? SDKs, that will be interesting for the development community. We are developing a backend SDK, a front-end SDK, a third-party SDK for websites. So you can imagine if you create your website, then you want to have a bell here for your users, so that whenever there is a new notification for them about your platform, your product, then you get a notification saying, hey, there's one notification from you. But we want to make it as an SDK that we offer for very, 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 very easy integration of third-party websites and stuff, so they can introduce and integrate EPNS notifications with them and provide value-added services. We're talking about incentivizing all the participants, every participant of the protocol, not only subscribers, but there will be people doing liquidity mining stuff. There will be the businesses creating channels, getting more creative with the channels that they create. So providing value-added services is that it's continuously adding an extra something that will want people to get interested in joining the EPNS protocol, right? Just quickly, some of our backers, you might know some of them, Balaji, of course, and you might know some of the other ones in here because they are top influencers in the space. I was going to say it's DeFi space, but it's not only DeFi. One cool thing that I wanted to mention is we have gotten interest from all these people, not only because the product was cool from a start, but because what I was saying, we have iterated over our presentations. We have talked to the right people. We have looked for a lot of feedback, advisor, mentorship from different people, and that has gotten us to get the attention of the right people. Whenever you have an idea, you expose it to somebody, it will leave an idea in their minds, and then they might be interested in joining us as an advisor, maybe, or that can lead to something greater, like becoming investors, right? This is our Telegram in case you want to join EPNS project, and of course our Twitter, that's EPNS project as well. And just quickly, I created a quick demo for you to know how this works. This basically shows how notifications are. You see the logging in is very, very fast. I'm sorry, so fast that I couldn't show it here. But basically you hit continue here, and you have to enter your wallet address. Once you enter your wallet address, then it will verify you. It will ask for biometrics and stuff and password and whatnot, and you're there, right? Right at that moment, you're set up with your mobile app, and you can start getting notifications. This is basically to show you if you have new notifications, you will see them here. Here in the settings, you will be able to do different regular settings thing like changing wallets or other things, right? If you have an ENS domain, it will ENS or unstoppable domains will be shown in here, so they will resolve, right? Yeah, you see, this is what I was telling you. There's a new notification. This is reach us, reach@epns.eth, and of course, this is the notifications section. And you are not limited to the old-fashioned text notifications. This is a let's call it a static text notification because it's text, and maybe this time it's not so static because it's a liquidation alert. But you're not limited to them, so you can send also more rich text notifications and multimedia notifications. You see, we're sending images, and here there's an example. Look, that was you know like a YouTube video playing from your mobile device. But forgot to mention this, we have gotten a ton of interest from DAOs. Why? Because if you're not limited to sending only text messages, right? You can send video messages. You can send even a live broadcast. So if a DAO is having a town hall meeting or something like that, they can actually send the link to their subscribers, and they are driving or whatever they are doing. They just click it and they start seeing the town hall meeting from their mobile phone. And DAOs are also interested because there is a call to action feature that we added that is basically, let's say there is a new proposal and they want votes. They want votes to work on that proposal. So they can just send you a targeted message to you saying, hey, there's a new proposal. You want to vote on it? Click here, right? And it will take you directly to the proposal, right? So we've gotten a ton of attention over it from DAOs. And that's what I was saying. It's EPNS fits into everywhere where you want to notify users about something important, and it will generate win-win situations for all participants. That's that presentation for now, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, great. That was really awesome, and really enjoyed the presentation, to be honest. And by the way, amazing deck slides and everything.
That's
Like,
the 13th version, man.
great, great. Like,
Yeah, and guys, by the way, let me invite you. I'm going to drop some links, or I'll send it to Denver so that you can join our Discord. I invite you to join. We are starting to get more activity in our Discord, and of course, it's all about connecting with people, building together, and we got good partnerships. We last week or this week, early this week, we announced our partnership with Superfluid, by the way. So we have really good collaboration with them. So that's a good thing. If you can join our Discord, you're more than welcome.
yeah, that's really awesome. And yeah, so I was asking, like, you make these decks and everything in house, or how is it like?
What? Sorry.
The all the graphics and everything, like, it's you're doing a really great job with.
Oh, you know what? The first version was not so beautiful, right?
Okay.
So if you think about it, we got some good icons and stuff. Harsh is a genius when it comes to UI and making things look pretty. He even made my background here, right? But other than that, we did. I did a lot of homework myself on how to create a really awesome pitch deck presentation. Maybe that's why I know this from memory. But it was collaboration from all the team. Like maybe I created a slide, maybe Richa was refining the information, Harsh was refining the UI, I created another slide, or I refined the information. It was really a 13 version collaboration between the three of us, right?
Nice.
Yeah.
And the website looks great too, by the way. The
Oh
landing
yeah,
page. Yeah.
yeah. And then I think that you're touching a great point. Working alone is great. Sometimes you work at your own pace and everything, but always having an extra person that will have a different mindset will bring you a lot of ideas and will challenge you. Probably that's the most important part. You wouldn't believe how many times we challenge each other, Harsh, Rich, and myself, and the other team members. It's all about challenging everybody. Sometimes being brutally honest is really helpful. So I love that as well. It's everybody has a different emotional currency, and you gotta understand each person's to know how to approach them properly.
Great, great. And like for me personally, also it has been really great to see how EPNS has evolved, because I think I've been talking to Harsh since a while now. Like, it's been quite some time now, and even before the Polygon grant and everything. So
Yeah,
just like
that's some time ago.
yeah,
Yeah.
so this was really interesting to see how the journey. Really, really glad that you guys have made it so far. Excited to see even more.
Yeah. And if you guys have any questions, just ping me on. I'm on Twitter and Discord, and even the contact us form on EPNS. We always do our homework and take care of everything.
Sure, sure. Any last set of questions for Jeff before we let him go?
I had one.
Yeah.
Jack, could you
Yeah.
please like point me to some resources where I can understand like exactly what is happening behind the scenes when a notification is like triggered?
Well, the number one resource is whitepaper.epns.io. Let me drop that in the Zoom right now. Gosh, I cannot.
Yeah, I was actually just going through this and I see this like illustration that you have. Like there is a IPFS layer in between. Like, is there a maybe a sort of in-depth explanation for what's going on? Maybe I like.
Well, more technical documentation will be released very soon. After with our roadmap, we're releasing a ton of things that we have been preparing. Part of the things that we are preparing is integration guides that we did already. So for example, the compound liquidation thing that we were talking about, those are what we call complex guides, where we are going to take the protocol compound, we're going to fork it, we're going to integrate EPNS, and we're going to start sending notifications to subscribers. And that's going to come in a step-by-step tutorial, right? It's just not public yet, but it will be public very soon. And of course, the Hello World, which is the #1 step on every developer's journey, it will come together with that. We are preparing the portal with more documentation, and it's going to be available very soon. It's just not there right now, but like if you join Discord, we have shared plenty of information there so far, and there's more coming.
Sure, well, you do just that.
Yeah.
Really great. And what are the plans for when can the SDKs and everything, like when are they coming out and stuff like
Yeah.
that? When can developers easily
We are.
integrate them?
Yeah, we're going in phases right now, because if you think about it, right now we have an MVP working. I don't even like to call it an MVP right now, but we have a working product where you get notifications and stuff. Right now we are working on our token genesis event, token generation event, that is happening very soon. Again, stay tuned to our social media outlets. But it has consumed so much of our time, because preparing the contracts, it's big. It's a big task, right? Getting them audited, getting them fixed, polished, and optimized to make sure that we do a really great solid launch. That's taken a lot of our time, right? And what's coming next is that we are going to release quarter by quarter. Right now, we don't even know in which order they are going to come, but ideally, because that's my domain, we're going to release the backend SDK initially. The backend SDK is the one that developers will use to do everything like under the hood. Whenever they are working on their own protocols or whatever, they can create channels by using that SDK. They can even trigger notifications by using that SDK. It's going to be pretty simplistic, right? But it's going to do the job, right? And of course, it always has the corresponding DApp interface that you can take a look. So if you create a channel through the SDK, you can just come here and it should be there, right? Because this is reading on-chain information only. But I don't have dates or not even an ETA right now for the SDKs, but we will be sharing those details very soon.
Sure. Sounds great. Really excited for that.
Yeah. And again, sorry to be too insistent, but join the Discord. Do whatever questions you want, you need. We're there, and our developers are there. So I'm not extremely technical, but the development team is, right? I'm more product oriented, and but I can get technical to a degree, right?
Sure. So right now, if any of these fellows want to integrate EPNS, would it be possible, or that's?
It would be possible in Robston for now, but it would be possible, right? And it's there. We are going to help them. The example that I told you about POAP, we did it with a developer from the community in Argentina, and it took us like 3 days, really. Nothing from the moment he started till the moment it went all the way to live. It took us like 3 days.
Great.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
Thanks, Jeff. I think really great that you could take the time today. For
my pleasure, and I really enjoyed the presentations of the 3 different projects that you met that we were able to discuss. Beautiful ideas, all of them. Beautiful ideas. I think you guys start massaging the idea a little bit more, and you'll come up with really clever ideas of how to create more incentives to your product. All right.
Thanks a lot, Jeff.
Right. Thank you, everyone. Had a great time, and I hope to see you again very soon.
Yeah.